Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about Ruby Rose leaving Batwoman. She's quitting Batwoman. The first season came out, it ended. Her first time being Batwoman was in the Arrowverse crossover Elseworld. I thought she was good. I thought she was in the crossover. I still think she was good in the show. I think the show still has potential to grow in a positive way. I made a Batwoman themed video yesterday, and like within like a few hours, I want to say like 2, maybe 3 hours after I uploaded it, I've been hearing more and more reports that Ruby Rose left the Batwoman show. I did a video on the group channel I'm in charge of talking about my thoughts of it, and I figured this is warranted of making a video on my personal channel as well. So I'm gonna go to Cinnamon Blend because in my when I covered this on my group chat on the group channel I'm in charge of, I did cover the Screen Rant article. So now I want to, and for this video, cover the Cinnamon Blend. So it says headline: Batwoman stars Ruby Rose is leaving the Arrowverse after 1 season. I don't want that. Okay, so Batwoman may have already wrapped up from the 2019-2020 TV season, but that doesn't mean the end of the huge news. But that doesn't mean the end of the huge news for the Arrowverse's newest superhero show. Star Ruby Rose is leaving the role as Kate Kane, aka Batwoman, behind after only 1 full season of the CW. I wouldn't call it full season because it's clear that they were trying to go for more episodes the way that they ended the episode, but after 1 season. News of Ruby Rose's departure came just days after the season 1 finale of Batwoman. Although the episode was not originally intended to be the last of Batwoman this season, TBR reports that Warner Brothers TV, which produced the series, has decided to recast the role. Batwoman won't continue without a Batwoman. Makes sense. Season 2 of Batwoman was ordered back in January 2020, so this year. Well before production on Season 1 had a halt, making the news of Ruby Rose's departure all the more surprising. Rose herself addressed the difficult decision to depart Batwoman, saying this: I have made the very difficult decision to not return to Batwoman next season. This was not a decision I made lightly, as I have the utmost respect for the cast, crew, and everyone involved within the show in both Vancouver and in Los Angeles. I am beyond appreciative of Greg, and I apologize in advance for butchering any names, Greg Berlanti, Sarah Skager, and Caroline Dries for not only giving me this incredible opportunity, but for welcoming me into the DC universe they have so beautifully created. Thank you for Peter Roth and Mark Pedowitz and the team at Warner Bros. And the CW who put so much into the show and always believed in me. Thank you to everyone who made Season 1 a success. Which, let's be honest, Season 1 of Batwoman was not as much of a success as Arrow, Flash, Legends, Supergirl, and Black Lightning, in my opinion. I am truly grateful, but I am at least just appreciative of it. So it says, Batwoman became the first out lesbian superhero starring in her own TV show series when the show officially launched in 2019. I was about to say, if they just said Batwoman became the first out lesbian superhero, I would have stopped it right there. Because if we're going to take the Arrowverse and only the Arrowverse into consideration, then Sarah Lance would have been kinda. But Sarah Lance is kind of bi, because she dated Oliver Queen, Nisa Al Ghul, and now she's dating the head of the Time Masters in Legends. I'm confused on her status in Legends. Nor do I really fully care to keep up with the whole sexuality part to people. I mean, I don't mean that to be offensive in any way. But anyways, although Ruby Rose had previously debuted as Kate Kane in the Arrowverse big Elseworld crossover between Arrow, The Flash, and Supergirl, and interestingly, the loss of Ruby Rose as the star of Batwoman comes less than half a season after the conclusion of Crisis on Infinite Earths mega crossover, which might have given Batwoman an in-all-universe opening to recast Kate. Okay, Crisis on Infinite Earths was my favorite crossover of the Arrowverse. Maybe the events of Crisis has magically made the actress change, made her regenerate, pull like Doctor Who, and maybe we'll be able to get Kate Kane or Ruby Rose be in like the first episode of Batwoman, and have her like switch bodies, explaining, okay, Kate, we kind of did the Doctor Who thing. This is gonna be the only time we're gonna pull the Doctor Who thing, and explain it. Oh, it's because of Crisis. Side effect for Batwoman for Crisis. I don't know. All after other Arrowverse characters and certainly shows went through big changes after Crisis. So many actresses turning up as Kate wouldn't have been the biggest leap. Although fans would have been left wondering why Spectre Oliver decided to replace Kate as one of his changes. I mean, I can see this working. Like, the way they're explaining it, if we get Ruby Rose to be in, like, the first, like, maybe the first episode, maybe within the first 2 episodes, and then have it be, okay, we're gonna have her kind of, like, regenerate, kind of like the Doctor did, but this is gonna be the only time where we do it for Batwoman. I mean, I can see that being somewhat a somewhat convenient way for them to explain it in the show without pulling what they did with Sarah and retconning the actress who played Sarah Lance in season 1 of Arrow before Katie last came. But maybe I was explaining this on my TikTok, that maybe this is for the better, because we saw a recast. We saw Dumbledore getting recast. That was a bit more dramatic than this. We saw Rachel in the Dark Knight trilogy get recast. We got April O'Neil in the original Ninja Turtle trilogy get recast. I'm trying to think of other characters that got recast. I did mention Sarah Lance, Rhodey from the MCU. Terrence Howard, I think is his name. Yeah, Terrence Howard was Rhodey in Iron Man 1. And then, ever since Iron Man 2 came out, Iron Man 2 cast. Rhodes. Don Cheadle. I was blanking on his name, but Don Cheadle was Rhodey ever since Iron Man 2. I'm trying to think of other roles that were recasted. I can't really say Rogue One, because it wasn't really like recasted in the same way as like the other things I said, so that it kind of takes it out of the equation. I'm trying to think of at least one more. Rose. Crap. Rose. Why won't it let me do it? Oh well. I'm on Google seconds. Roles that were recast. There we go. Okay. Okay, 17 movie roles that 17 movie and TV roles that you didn't realize that were recast by actors. So the Night King was recast from Game of Thrones. Pam's mother on The Office was recast. Thanos was recast. Really? Damien Poitier played Thanos in the first Avengers movie. Then Josh Brolin did Thanos ever since. Okay. Did not know that. Meg was recast. Meg from Family Guy. Lacey Meg was voiced by Mila Kunis and Lacey Chabrit. Okay. Carol from Friends got recast. Blair's mom from Gossip Girl got recast. Blood Raven from Game of Thrones got recast. Two actors played Lavender Brown from Harry Potter movies has been recast. This is the character. I don't know how well we can see it. I also did mention Dumbledore. The Emperor from Star Wars got recast. Anne on Arrested Development got recast. Dash was recast. Dash was the voice by two different child actors, The Incredibles, and its sequel. Makes sense. The Mountain from Game of Thrones has been recast twice because it's been played by three actors. Harry Potter's Grip Hook got recasted. Jennifer Parker in Back to the Future was recasted. Sesame Street has seen 3 different Gordon Robinsons, so that role has been recasted. Oh, 3 different actresses played Batwoman on the Adam West TV show Batman. And yeah, that's really all it. So, recasting is not abnormal. The things that I personally seen that got recasted, nobody had a big issue with. And maybe in season 2, maybe that recasting could be beneficial for Theophorus for Batwoman. I wish all the luck to Ruby Rose, and I do hope that she finds what she's looking for. And I do see potential for Batwoman to be great, but they're focusing too hard on the LGBTQ side of Batwoman, and not enough of the storytelling, in my opinion. And I don't mind if you want to represent the LGBTQ thing.